as it'll come off turn at number 4. It'll pull towards the center of the infield. And this, the capacity crowd in attendance, will be getting ready to see the Prostock version of Sizzler Weekend as it's underway down in turn 1.
And it is Sumner Chapman in car number 41 to lead the field into the first corner for the first time this season. One car out for net, hard on the outside wall, along with the 16 for Wayne Bellafleur. So a 4-car accident into turn number 1.
It is for death with car number 36, Sylvia Crundon, who started in a scratch starting spot, also involved in the altercation. But the big story here is Wayne Bellafleur's number 16, front runner among the fastest cars yesterday afternoon. Gary, what does it look like from your perspective on the...
It flies, and we're underway. We'll try it again as the field heads down into turns 1 and 2.
Well, the leader of the pack becomes Sumner Chapman. The gray and white number 41 car sets the pace out front. But here comes Scott Booley. Shot out of a cannon. He goes to the outside down in turn 3.
Booley now trying to work up to the outside of Sumner Chapman. 2 cars evenly matched as they work off turn 4.
Great momentum off of turn number 4. He may have the lead at the start-finish line. He does so. Cuts in front of Sumner Chapman down into turns number 1 and 2. And we have a new race leader off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Now he pulls away 2 car lengths heading for 3.
500 feet of real estate down the back straightaway. Scott Booley showing the way. Sumner Chapman is second. Collins is third. Nose to tail off of turn 4.
As they work their way back to the line, it'll be Scott Booley who leads lap number 2. But look at the challenge already for second. Craig Collins, the black automobile that started in the outside pole, has moved to the inside. The tail that wags the dog becomes Jay Miller. He takes over the 3rd spot as they head down to turn 3.
Right now, looks like the inside lane. That's where you want to be. As Craig Collins made a pass, as did Jay Miller and Johnny Lobo. Inside is the way here this afternoon in the Prostock division.
41 car pole sitter continues to lose position. The driver of the 41, Sumner Chapman, outside of the top 5 now and continues to lose spots on the outside groove. They go 3 wide down the back straightaway from 8th on back.
The man who started on the pole now losing a lot of ground back in about the 10th spot, trying to work his way back up to the front. That's the 41 of Chapman.
Well, Sumner Chapman is backing up in the field. Other competitors are just starting to come to life. Rich Vassar moves the number 1 car to the outside of Colby. Trouble now down at turn 2. It is Lobo that goes around with car number 30. Vassar, who we were just talking about, that was making some aggressive moves to the outside. He's involved, and so isn't the defending champion. Crossed up as well with his machine. There is a mad scramble over there, and it looks like 3 cars involved in the altercation that are moving away under their own power.
The field in the hands of Scott Booley as he leads the field back down to the start-finish line, and the purple number 26. They race down into turns number 1 and 2. Booley to the inside, gets the jump, taking the number 09 of Jay Miller with him on the inside. They race down the back straightaway side by side for second into 3.
Jay Miller now trying to take that second spot away. They're evenly matched. Miller right down to the bottom side of the racetrack, but here comes the Collins machine strong on the outside.
There's no question about it that Booley comes off the turn like a rocket, but a little further back in the field, that's where all the heavy action is starting to take place. J.R. Seeger and Colby are working the inside lane. Along with them comes Ledger as they dive to turn 3.
Ledger now follow the tire tracks of Doug Colby, trying to work to the inside. The inside groove is where you want to be here this afternoon as they work off of 4.
J.R. Seeger makes his appearance up into the top 5, getting around to number 13 of Jim Banfield. He's going to try and take Doug Colby right along with him in car number 10. He will so. Down the back straightaway, John Ledger sits tight in the 6th position in car number 11.
Ledger now dives his 11 machine. That red machine, oh, trouble up in turn number 3. 2 cars go around. The 13 and 11. Now 4 or 5 cars are in to each other. Trouble in turn 3.
Well, there's no question about it. Ledger went in hard down to the bottom of turn 3. They got alongside of the number 13 of Banfield, and both cars went into a 4-wheel drift.
Field off of turn number 4. Green flag flying high from the starter stand, and we are back underway, but it's the 02 that gets the jump for Craig Collins as Booley really stacks up the inside lane off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. It's now the 02 that slows, and the caution flag does wave.
Well, there's no question about it. Things get bobbled up just a bit as the field initially was going to take the green flag. Now, Frankie Scambato Jr. is the gentleman in charge of race day operation, and he is speaking with the starter and the assistant starter, and Tony Lucky from the starter stand is informing Scott Booley and the man that sets alongside Craig Collins the way that a start is supposed to be. Interestingly enough, we've noticed it on the last 2 starts. Booley appears to have a little bit of a problem initially, but watch Booley's car come off that second turn. because it appears that the Collins car that's starting alongside has a problem coming off turn number 2. Now, we talked so many times about it, about this race facility. The difference as you approach or come into turn 1 over coming off turn number 2, it is a true driver's racetrack. And speaking of a true driver's racetrack, they're heading down to turn number 3, perhaps where the highest speeds come into play here at Stafford.
That's right, Ben. And I'll tell you, Scott Booley, he's got a good race car. He can put the car anywhere. He's tried the outside a little bit. He's tried the inside. He feels comfortable right on the inside, and it looks like that's where his car's handling the best.
17 laps complete. They'll complete 18 as they get the green flag, and Scott Booley this time leads the field back down into turn number 1, much more evenly matched as the 0-2 battles back on the outside for Craig Collins. They are side by side off the corner with Booley, the race leader, down the backstretch.
Booley showing the way down the back straightaway, but now a good battle for second as Collins works up to the outside. Here comes Miller now trying to work to the inside. Then you got Bouchard as well.
Matt Bouchard, a youngster who works the outside lane impeccably, comes off turn number 4, puts the car in a four-wheel slide, gathers it back, and second-generation driver Jay Miller. Trouble now, Sumner Chapman right in the apex of turn 1. Vassar has no place to go, and we go back to yellow as the leaders come off turn number 4. Booley's going to bring them back to the stripe as your lead car, the purple number 26. It'll be Collins in second, the 0-2. The bright side 0-9 for Miller is in third. Matt Bouchard's yellow 39 is fourth, and J.R. Seeger sets in the fifth as we go down on pit road.
Tough break for Tom Byrne, of course. He's the champion in this division from 2 years ago. We go back to green on lap number 24, and Scott Booley trying to lead the field down in the corner, but the 0-2 once again gets the jump for Craig Collins. But Booley at one battles back off of turn number 2, and the purple machine leads him down the backstretch.
Scott Booley showing the way down the back straightaway, but Craig Collins now starting to close in. Great battle now for third. Bouchard and Miller going at it as they work off of turn 4.
Bouchard's car does a dance off turn number 4, and that's not a dance that'll put him up front. It costs him dearly. Now Jay Miller moves back to the third spot. J.R. Seeger has been climbing slowly to the front of the field, and right there with him comes Colby with car number 10. Keep your eyes on Colby at the bottom of turn 3.
Colby now trying to work to the inside. Trouble up in turn number 3. 4 or 5 cars involved up against the arm-go barrier.
Well, there is no question about it. There is literally 6 cars that have come in contact up on the outside of the racetrack. Among the cars involved in the altercation is Tom Keller with car number 33. Al Fredette is back up there with the number 36 car. It looks like the 60 machine of Glenn.
Cosmetic damage with a quick check of the wheel alignment, and the right front is towed out big time. They're desperately trying to scramble to get back and stay on the lead lap.
A good even start that time as they work their way down to turn number 1. Booley takes advantage of things here as Wayne Bellafleur is stuck on pit road. He makes it back out just in the nick of time. Down into turn number 3, it is Booley still in command. Here comes Collins, Miller down low, J.R. Seeger on a roll to the bottom.
It's Booley by a car length back to the line, but here comes Collins to battle back on the outside, side by side, into turns number 1 and 2. Miller runs in third. Then it's Seeger in fourth. Now Seeger gets the third spot down the backstretch toward 3.
Seeger now sits in third now, going to try to work over the Collins machine. The white machine of Seeger now works to the bottom side, and meanwhile, up front, battle for the number 1 spot off turn 4.
Collins and Booley literally touch horns as they come off turn number 4. Lead change occurs. It is Collins in command. Booley can't believe his eyes. He tries to reel him back in. Slingshot down to turn 3.
Down the back straightaway. Seeger now will swing up to the outside, trying to make a move on Booley. They touch a little bit now as your leader, Collins, the 0-2, works off a 4.
This allows the 0-2 of Collins to pull away by 2 car lengths over Booley. Best battle on the track is for third. Botticello has battled his way back up into that position, gets by Seeger, takes Colby with him. Now Colby goes for third down the back straightaway.
Good battle now for third. Colby now trying to work to the inside of Botticello. Can't make the move there. He'll tuck it back in line.
Well, he started in the 14th position. He's challenging. Suddenly he gets down to the loose stuff on the very bottom of the racetrack, and Colby loses 3 positions here. He backs out of it. Botticello's got a comfortable third now. J.R. Seeger back up, and look at Colby fighting back. Lead change as they head down to turn 3.
A lot of bumping and banging going down here in turn number 3 as Booley took over the spot from the 0-2. And meanwhile, here comes that red machine, the 28 of Botticello. He sits in third as they work off a 4.
So here comes Collins to the outside, side by side for the race lead. Slips up high, almost gets into the outside guardrail, and will lose 2 spots. Botticello goes by in second, and Seeger will take the 3rd position. That battle's in 3.
Botticello now moving to the inside. Now here comes Collins, strong though on the outside with car number 02. He'll fall back in 4th.
There's no question about it. Good battle going on right there, but the real action is happening between Colby and Collins, and that's the battle for the 4th spot. All that's happening